Chapter 1. Meet Peter, the retiree who decided to conquer the digital world. Peter is a kind-hearted retiree full of boundless energy. Recently, he decided it was time to catch up with the times and master modern technology, and why not start a blog? After all, his grandchildren always told him that without gadgets these days, you're nowhere, and blogging is trendy and fun. Imagine him holding his brand new smartphone for the first time. For Peter, it felt like an archaeologist unearthing a mysterious ancient artifact, full of curiosity and a bit of confusion. Peter eagerly tried to figure out how to turn on the device, pressing button after button. But instead of starting up normally, the front camera suddenly switched on, showing a close-up of his own ear. Just picture that. A huge ear filling the screen. Seemingly listening intently, but utterly confused about why it's being filmed. Rather than getting frustrated, Peter found it hilarious. He joked that this must be a new feature designed to check how good the listener you are. As he fumbled with the phone, he accidentally hit a button that triggered a flash, blinding him for a split second. He laughed aloud, imagining himself as a hero in a movie, momentarily dazzled by a tiny burst of light. A few minutes later, Peter decided to send a message to his young neighbor, wanting to share his exciting new adventures. But instead of a simple text, the phone started a video call. Imagine his surprise when the screen lit up and he saw her smiling face. Luckily, she wasn't fazed. She came over to help him turn off the call and patiently explained how to use the phone. All these funny moments were recorded by Peter himself, who decided this blog idea was perfect for him. His voice was full of enthusiasm and humorous remarks about a retiree grappling with modern tech. He called himself Peter, the digital world conqueror, inviting everyone interested to watch his mishaps and triumphs. That's how the first chapter of Peter's digital adventure ended, full of amusing mistakes, unintentional button presses, but above all, a huge desire to learn and enjoy life. His story wasn't just entertaining. It was infectious and heartwarming, promising to become a viral sensation. Because sometimes, we all want to see someone take on a new world with innocence, humor, and courage. Chapter 2. Memes. An impossible labyrinth. After mastering the basics of his smartphone and launching his first vlog, Peter felt ready for the next challenge, understanding memes. According to his grandchildren and neighbors, memes are the heart and soul of the internet. If I want to be a real blogger, he thought, I need to get these popular jokes and funny pictures. Armed with determination, Peter dived into the world of memes. He began with the basics. Googling, what is a meme? The answer was a long and confusing mix of internet slang and jargon that only seasoned netizens seemed to understand. But Peter was undeterred. He figured the best way to understand memes was to watch them. What followed was an adventure of a lifetime. Each meme opened a new door into the mysterious world of youth humor, and each door seemed designed to confuse any outsider. He stared at pictures of sad cats and wondered why people laughed. Then came the Peppy the Frog meme. A strange green frog face. Peter tried to interpret it literally. Is this a frog who is sad? Maybe someone hurt his feelings? His neighbor Katya, now a familiar figure in his journey, quietly chuckled and whispered that it was just a joke understood only by certain internet communities. Next, Peter recorded a vlog episode about memes, reading them seriously and attempting to explain them like ancient proverbs or classic literary quotes. For example, the meme, "It's a fiasco, bro," he explained as a major, unexpected defeat in battle, adding commentary about the importance of strategic thinking. The episode turned out unusual, part comedy, part educational video on memes that nobody quite understood but everyone loved for its sincerity and charm. He also tackled Cat memes, explaining how cats rule the universe of the internet, and how the obsession with them is a cultural phenomenon. If cats approve a meme, it's obviously funny, he claimed, with a knowing smile. The funniest moment came when Peter tried to create his own meme. He drew a smiling face with a beard in his notebook, and wrote underneath, "Peter's meme, always in trend." He tried to explain it symbolized optimism and not giving up on technology, but his son just shook his head and said, "Dad, you've really gotten lost in the meme labyrinth." By the end of this chapter, Peter realized that understanding memes is an art form requiring context and a certain sense of humor. But he wasn't discouraged. Looking at himself in the mirror, he smiled and said, "If I can be funny without even knowing all the memes, I'm already a true blogger." Real humor is sincerity. And it was this sincerity and laughter, even amidst confusion, that helped Peter win the hearts of his viewers and build a uniquely loyal audience. Memes remained mysterious, but the funny moments with them became a beloved part of his story, making Peter an unforgettable internet character. Chapter 3. Viral Success and Lessons in Friendship. Peter never imagined that his attempts to master a smartphone and decode internet memes would lead to something bigger than just funny videos for neighbors. Thanks to his honesty and charming awkwardness, his audience grew rapidly. People loved watching a retiree, full of spirit and a bit clumsy, navigate the digital world with such warmth, eagerly awaiting each new episode. His most popular video was the one about memes, where he earnestly tried to explain hilarious pictures without really understanding them. The video quickly went viral, racking up thousands of likes, comments, and even parodies. Viewers said there was something heartwarming and genuine in his content, especially in an internet often dominated by harshness and perfection. Here was pure joy and authenticity. Peter kept making videos, undeterred by new fame, because for him, the process was what mattered most. He hosted meetups with fans, sharing stories about his mistakes and achievements, always laughing at himself and encouraging others not to fear trying new things, no matter their age. At one such gathering came Katya, his helpful neighbor, and now his tech mentor. Together, they brainstormed fresh ideas, mixing modern youth culture with Peter's unique perspective, simple, kind, and amusing. Peter understood that technology was more than buttons and screens. It was a tool to connect people. A bit naive, a bit awkward, he proved that with desire and humor, anyone can become a star. Ultimately, the key lesson for Peter was that viral success doesn't come from perfect production or slick editing, but from sincerity, simplicity, and friendship with the audience. This made his blog truly one of a kind and beloved. As one more episode filled with funny tech fails reached thousands of views, Peter smiled and thought, "So simple, a little humor, a little heart, and here's the real magic of the internet."